Did you know that more than 80% of the world's rum comes from the Caribbean? But tucked away in a very small town in Georgia is Richland Rum Distillery, a company that produces premium rum. Company co-owners Erik and Karin Vonk are with us this afternoon. Thank you so much for being with us.
It's so great to be with you.
They have come from the other part of the planet, huh? You're from Holland, huh?
Yeah, originally,
wow, that's right.
Yes.
But do you consider yourself Georgians now? You've been here quite some time, huh?
Absolutely. Georgians by choice. Yeah.
Excellent. I like that. I like that.
Birth, yeah.
Now, who wants to tell the genesis, the history of Richland Rum?
You wanted to take a shot at that?
I will take a shot at the history of Richland Rum. Is really Erik's boyhood dream.
Oh.
His grandfather used to set the Christmas plum pudding on fire every year.
Okay.
With rum.
He'd have lots of rum and set it on fire?
Yes.
And you remember that as a boy, huh?
It caused a short circuit up here somehow, in some way or form, and ever since then I've had this idea that if there ever would be an opportunity to grow sugarcane and make rum, we do it. And in the 90s there was an opportunity to buy some land near Richland. We lived in Atlanta at that time. And the rest is history. We've experimented with growing sugarcane, all different sorts of varieties.
I was reading a little bit about that. You brought the land and then you planted the sugarcane, huh? So how did that go? Isn't that like indigenous here? Was it difficult or?
You know, Richland, this area is as far north as sugarcane will grow. And the area used to produce a lot of sugarcane, and we found out while living in Atlanta that this area used to grow sugarcane.
Yes, because in Phoenix City there used to be sugarcane, and there would be a guy that had a mule, and he would, I'm not sure what he was doing, and we'd go buy the sugarcane. Yeah.
We used grinders that were built in Columbus Iron Works back in the 1900s.
That's how you get the sugar out of the cane, huh?
Yeah, that's how you get the sugarcane juice by squeezing the sugarcane.
Now, as little kids, I don't know, you guys probably know this though, we would buy the sugarcane, cut the stalk, and chew on it.
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
Excellent. Yeah.
We do that too.
Oh, you do that too? Okay.
But we use it to make rum now, these days.
So you decided I can grow the cane. Then where did it go from there? How did you know, now I believe I can make the rum, huh?
Experimentation. Fortunately, we've had a lot of advice and guidance from the Extension Office of the University of Georgia with growing different varieties of cane. And, you know, we just tried, and in the meantime tried to read up on it and visit other distilleries, both here in the U.S. as well as in the Caribbean. And by trial and error and learning and getting guidance from experts over the years, we've developed what we believe is on its way to be the best rum in America.
Better than the Caribbean rum?
Oh, by far.
As a matter of fact, we now are exporting to the Caribbean.
You're exporting
rum from
to
Georgia.
Oh, congratulations.
It's like carrying water to the sea, right?
And, you know, I'm going to give you a chance to pat your own back because you are award-winning.
As a matter of fact, last week we won the Flavor of Georgia Award for the category of adult beverages. The Flavor of Georgia Award is a prestigious award which is issued every year by the Department of Agriculture of Georgia. And this is the first year that adult beverages were allowed to compete, and here we are. As a matter of fact, here is a picture of Governor Deal and Erik
Very
during
good.
the ceremony.
Now, did Governor Deal get a chance to taste a little of the...
I don't think Governor Deal
partakes.
He's a teetotaler, as we say in England.
Well, I'll tell you what, when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about that too, because rum, this is like the Bible Belt, so I'm interested in hearing what some of your neighbors said, and then probably you won them over, huh?
We did.
Okay,
we did.
So more of the story of Richland Rum right up the road, 26 miles, I believe, east of Columbus. You can find them, and they're open for tours and different things, but we'll be right back after this. Don't go away.
The day is as dark as the night is long. Feel like trash, you make me feel clean. I'm in the black.
Here's a little rum fact for you. In the 1800s, rum was considered excellent for cleaning hair and strengthening its roots. Okay, so it is an all-around product, huh?
Look at her hair.
Wow. And we had an interesting conversation in the break that your rum is made a little different than a lot of the commercially produced rum. What makes yours different?
Most rum in the world is made from molasses. And molasses is a byproduct of sugar manufacturing. We take that one step back and we take fresh sugarcane juice that we just heat up to condense it, to make syrup out of it, all natural syrup, and then use the syrup before the sugar is removed to make an all-natural, authentic rum, which is much more aromatic than rums made from molasses.
What are we looking at here? We had a lot of jokes going on. Are we like cooking up a still? Is this really a still?
This is a small.
Okay.
This is a small version of the copper pot stills that we actually use to make our beautiful rum with in Richland.
Wow. So it's made in a copper pot, but there's also the barrels that's part of it at some point, huh?
Yes. So once our rum is distilled, we move it to new American oak barrels, and we age our rum for at least 18 months in the barrels before it's bottled.
Well, let me ask you this. You're in the Deep South, you're in the Bible Belt, and rum used to be demon rum. Okay? So what were some of the comments you got when you told people, we're going to open up a rum distillery?
You know, they have been nothing but stimulating and positive. As a matter of fact, we started the distillery at our farm, 7 miles from Richland. And the town of Richland, the mayor of Richland, asked whether we would want to move to downtown Richland. And you know, we attended a city council meeting, and we saw all the ladies there and everybody, and we thought, oh, we're in trouble. But
Do they have their Bibles?
everybody has been so supportive and of us and of this endeavor. And it's very gratifying to see that our little distillery is the nucleus of the revival of downtown
Richland.
Yeah,
Yes. Well, what are your dreams, Erik and Karin? Can you see Richland Rum growing and expanding? What do you see?
Well, the town is already named after the rum. So what is there more to desire?
Okay, excellent. Tell us about this product here. We have a rule: you can't partake on the live on the air. But when you open up the bottle, is there a particular way that a connoisseur enjoys his rum?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
It is, we recommend using open glasses, almost like snifters, and pour a little bit. One should always drink responsibly, of course. Pour a little bit of Richland rum and either enjoy it neat or with a cube of ice.
And neat means unmixed, huh?
Unmixed, absolutely.
See, I learned that. I did my homework. I said, what is neat? Okay.
Unmixed, without any juices or, you know, this is such a fine, sophisticated product, all natural product. It's just a pity to use it in cocktails or mix it with anything. Drink it pure, yeah.
And you have been recognized by some of the top restaurants, haven't you? I saw a picture on your site of some candies and different desserts that are being made with you. Tell us about that. How did that happen? How did they find you, or did you find them?
One of the nicest examples of this is the Four Seasons Hotel in Atlanta. Their restaurants are all about local ingredients, and they happened upon us, upon Richland Rum, and now Richland Rum is a staple in the bar, but it's also a staple on their dessert menu. They make a pecan pie tart that is to die for, made with Richland Rum.
Excellent.
By the excellent pastry chef of by the name of Charles Barrett.
Do you see expansion in the future, other locations, or do you want to just stay in Richland?
Yeah, the production facility is tied to Richland, and so is the brand. The product is now distributed in the state of Georgia, of course, as well as in Tennessee and in Florida. It's also, as already mentioned, available through duty-free stores on cruise ships and
wow,
airport.
You've been doing some homework.
And in the Caribbean. But we will continue to expand, I believe, into contiguous states, but will always be manufacturing in Richland.
Wow.
That's our hometown.
Wow. Before we go, we've got a couple of minutes here. I love to get into the minds of a lot of people who have been successful. What would you say, I'll start with you, Karin, what have you learned in this endeavor about Karin and that makes you a better person? Because businesses kind of grow us up, don't they?
They do. And I think I can speak for the both of us. It's not about business. It's not about making profit. It's about doing what we love. And in the process, helping a community, helping to get Richland back on its feet. And that is enormously gratifying. And we are in the position that we can give. And I believe that is what is the best of this.
I can see people coming from all over for the tours. And you, Erik?
Well, you know, in addition to what Karin very well expressed, I believe, is the fact that we've been privileged enough to be able to focus on one aspect of this, and that is quality. We have, for the 3-4 years that we've been doing this on a somewhat larger scale, we have been just single-mindedly focused on quality. How can we make this the best rum in America? And to be able to do that, to focus on quality and do what you love and know that you're supporting a community, the combination of all of that is just humbling. It really is.
So I did a good job when I said this is a love story. Erik and Karin love each other and the love for what you do. We'll be right back after this. Don't go away.
And the day is as dark as the night is long.
We're closing out today with Erik and Karin Vonk, and I've got to say, I did not hear you say this, but my producer told me that this is syrup. This is, okay, you also have syrup that's available, okay? Now, how is that? It's a byproduct of the sugar cane and...
No, this is sugarcane juice that's just been heated, been condensed. We squeeze the stalks and then heat the juice to let the water out. Wow. And what you then have is pure, gluten-free, organic syrup without any additives, any preservatives, which, as Karin already mentioned, is used by pastry chefs and kitchens all around Georgia. Yeah.
And this is the only ingredient of our rum.
Yeah.
That's why it's called almost rum. There's nothing else in
water. It's called almost rum. Okay, excellent. And the tours, there are tours of the facility and free. And for so many people I know that want to revive that memory of seeing the sugar cane and seeing this as a child, they can come take the tour, huh?
They can come take the tour. It's only 30 minutes south of Columbus, and the tours are free. Just give us a call or send us an email through the website, richlandrum.com.
And it's a great website. You'll love it. Okay. Thank you so much for being with us.
Great to be with
it.
you. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us. I really appreciate it. This was great. Closest I've come to a still here. Okay.